This is Stirling Station. Stirling Station is located 9 kilometers from Perth in Fare Zone 2, serving the suburbs of Innaloo and Stirling. It opened on the 28th of February 1993. Here we are in the southern car park for the station, which has a motorbike shelter and a bike shelter over there, and some parking machines behind the corner, with the freeway access ramp from Cedric Street to the southbound freeway being right there with the fence, and then a footbridge across over here. So yes, Stirling Station is located amongst the Cedric Street interchange with the Mitchell Freeway, but this will soon be changed as the Stephen Avenue Extension project is underway by Main Roads to extend the Stevenson Avenue in Innaloo behind IKEA, which is located very close to this station, so this is where you go if you want to get there, and then up over the Mitchell Freeway and connect to Cedric Street behind this car park, with a brand new interchange with the freeway and the Cedric Street ramps removed. So that means that the Stevenson Avenue is going to go straight over the Stirling Station platforms, and this was thought about in the original design of the station when they built it in 1993 with consideration for that extension, but it's taken 30 years for it to come into effect. So now we just went past the taxi rank at the bottom of the staircase, and then you head on up to cross over to the straight into the bus interchange. So that is the highway ramp right there. If you need accessible entry, you have to go over to the traffic lights and cross right here, and this is also where the buses come in, with the slightly diagonal arrow pointing them in, and then the full left turn lane to go onto the highway ramp. But this is what most people use. And then you can see how over there's so much dry, empty grass, because that's always been there with the Stevenson Avenue extension in mind. And what's also happening, of course, is the Mitchell Freeway Smart Freeway project and widening. So 2 projects going on around the station at the same time at the moment. Over there you can see the IKEA board just at the top of the station. And then coming back down the other side. So the bus interchange here is just on some U road coming off from Cedric Street with 9 bus stands, but this is all going to be upgraded soon with the Stevenson Avenue extension into a 30 stand bus interchange costing $45 million. But yes, it's because at the moment it's extremely busy during peak hours, buses every few seconds, and it's really getting overcrowded, so they're going to need more stands. Yeah, so you can see here, this is the train replacement bus stand, stand 1, and then also Stirling Station is served by the Circle route at stand 3 and stand 4, 998 and 999. So let's take a closer look at all of the buses that depart here by using these information boards at the front. So as you can see, Stirling Station, we've got a lot of 4.0 routes and 4.2 routes. The longest one being the 423, going all the way to Warwick, but first going up to Hillary's Boat Harbour. The 415 to Mirrabooka, or the 402 and 403 to Perth Busport, or to Scarborough Beach Bus Station with the 412 and 410, but obviously the 998 and 999 are the longest of them all. So we've just come into the station through the closed station smart reader processors. There is a lift in between them there to get down, and an add value machine, kiosk, phone booth over here, and look at these toilets. They extend out over the freeway, and there's a window there, and you can see IKEA as well. So when you're in the toilet, you can look down at the freeway if you want to. That's pretty cool. We've got some vending machines, toilets on the other side as well. And then here are the escalators straight down onto the platforms. But there is also a staircase here. The one on the left side is labeled as Perth Platform 1 and the other side Butler Platform 2, although it doesn't really matter since they both lead down to the same landing and then just one staircase down to the platform, since it's an island platform. This reminds me of Bull Creek and Murdoch stations with this similar design where you come in from the bus interchange and come down, but it's not exactly the same, it's just similar to that. So this is platform 2 for trains to Butler. The lift exits right there. It's just got some seating and bins along here like usual, and lots of green paint to denote it as a Joondalup line station. The platforms are quite curved here, so there's a large gap between the train and the platform, but on B-series trains, the Mind the Gap announcement usually doesn't play. Well, never plays, so it doesn't say it, but it does say it on the platforms. So this is the northern end of the platform, and you can see how curved it is over to the other end with the Mind the Gap signs all along the edge, as you can see right there. So in 2004, the station was upgraded with extended platforms and tactile paving for the B series to come in later on. Station also has dot matrix displays, station signs right there, and the transit officer booth under the escalators, and then a large waiting room over there between two glass panels. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, see, at the bottom of the escalators. Just looking at the glass wall between the freeway and the tracks here. Yeah, so right here on the left is the waiting room between the two glass panels, and there's also an information point at the bottom of the escalators. And then right on the southern end of the platform, it's opened up, no more roof, and just some seating. The station design is actually quite cool, as it's got like a 3-layered roof, which looks really good when you're driving past on the freeway. So yeah, that's basically it now. And just with the first train clip, I'm going to give the station a full rating of 5 stars. Everything is perfect here. There's not really much to complain about apart from the congestion with the buses, but that's going to be improved with the new bus interchange. So it's a great station, and they're gonna make it even better. So yes, looking forward to seeing the new interchange soon.
service departs in 6 minutes. For this service, all stations to Clarkson. Perth passengers, your next service departs in 9 minutes. This service, Dogsville Station.